Hello. So I'm gonna go live and we can.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. So Engin, great to see you, my
Mm-hmm.
friend. Thank you
Yeah, good to
for
see you as well. Yeah.
doing this. It
What
means a
was your
lot to me.
channel's name?
Lion Pride, the name of
Lion Pride. Yeah.
the club we built, and yeah, I named it Lion Pride at the start, and we also post some videos we train. So yeah, it's Lion Pride. Lion
Mm-hmm.
Pride arm wrestling.
Lion Pride Armwrestling. Okay. No, I'm just trying to find so that I can also follow Lion
Mhm.
Pride Armwrestling. Okay. It looks like we are live, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, I want to start this podcast off by saying thank you to you for giving me the chance to come as a VIP guest at East Sources West End and meet all those great athletes, to talk with them, and uh, that motivated me to really start, not just as an athlete to improve, but also to kind of promote the sport and help you guys. If I can help like 1%, it would be mean the world to me. So
Mm-hmm.
I want to thank you for giving me the chance to come and
No,
see.
I thank you, my friend. I thank you for supporting East versus West and inviting me here. Thank you very much.
Thank you. How are you doing?
Busy.
A lot of stress?
Yeah, busy trying to organize East versus West 12. Tomorrow I'm going Tbilisi, the capital of the Georgia, to do some
Mm.
interviews with Levan.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I would like to do that with Devon as well, but I don't think that I can really make it.
Mm.
Visa procedure and things like that, it will take some, but I will try
Mm.
to find someone else from there to do those interviews from Devon's side as well. And it's month of Ramadan, fasting. Even now, I'm fasting. I a
How do you
little bit
feel?
more than one hour, a little bit more than 1 hour to start drinking and eating. And how about yourself? Doing good?
I'm doing really good. A little bit sick now. Some sickness is going around here in Vienna, but
Mm,
relatively good. Relatively good.
yeah,
Feeling good.
I wish you health.
We have Serbian nationals now this weekend. I sadly couldn't go because I started a new work, and yeah, I
Hmm,
couldn't make it with the work, but two of the guys are going, and yeah, that's also a WAF qualifier if they win.
hmm,
So two guys in youth men, Denis and David, will compete, and yeah,
hmm,
looking great. I think they can make it. We'll see. Engin,
hmm.
how does it? What is the feeling for being the behind the biggest organization in arm wrestling? You know,
Responsibility.
yeah.
Yeah, responsibility, and it is. Um, I kind of feel that community in general they trust
Mhm.
me
Yeah.
and they support me. So the only thing I feel is the responsibility. Like I'm responsible to satisfy the expectations of the fans, also the athletes, also even the sponsors and things like that. Like it is
Mm.
like we are trying to build the uh, bridge to the future of the sports. So I kind of feel big responsibility. I need to be careful. I need to improve myself every event. This is how I feel. I don't like to repeat myself because we have a goal. To repeat yourself, it means that you are already as in a place that like top, but I
Mm.
don't see that way, because there are some other examples with the other sport disciplines.
Mm.
And whenever I look at them, so I see, okay, we have a long way to go. So repeating yourself is just wasting of time, energy, and everything.
very, very clever how you think, but I think really, I mean, the numbers also say itself. You really outdo yourself every time. The events get better and better and bigger every time. So I think, and everybody in the arm wrestling community, I think we have very big future in the sport, and more people will be able to do this full time, which is, I mean, in my opinion, the most important thing to be great in the sport.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
I believe that the sport is growing. It is only because it has such a capacity.
yeah,
You understand? So I am only using this capacity. If it was not such a great sport, no matter what I do, I mean, it wouldn't get better. So if it is getting better and better, it's just because it has the capacity, but we just need to reach to more people. More, it will be like a disease, like more, when we reach more people, you will see you will be growing like a snowball.
yeah, I see it here also. My friends and family and people who are not in touch with arm wrestling, like guys who not even train, really
Mm-hmm.
fans, are like, yeah, the sport looks super interesting. It's super interesting to watch, It's like also with Devon and people from North America who can talk, on the microphone more and stuff, is like also
Mm-hmm.
some kind of like the WWE, you know what I mean? And but the competition,
WWE to me is just
like, you know what I mean with the
isn't it the fake stuff?
what?
It's the fake stuff, right?
Yeah, it's
WWE is
fake.
the fake
It's
stuff.
it's
No,
fake.
no.
I don't want to call
Maybe
it
maybe
fake.
UFC we can say, but not WWE because yeah, I like everything to be as real as possible.
Yeah, 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 of course, of course, of course, of course. It's great, really. I mean, the next card we'll talk later on it, but yeah. Um, how did you actually came up with the idea at the first place to start the organization?
I
What
have
was
I have
I,
never been like an organizer. I never had
Mhm,
dream plan or anything. I have organized events, but I have
mhm,
never been like someone that who were thinking like, okay, maybe after I quit arm wrestling, I start organizing. No, my plan was to retire and rest and have a peaceful,
yeah.
old age time, before my death, you know. So, but what happened is that in 2018, I competed the last time WAF Wars.
Mhm,
It was 25 years journey, and I won the WAF Wars in 2018. And then I said maybe time to time I would pull professional matches, but then this 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 COVID thing happened,
yeah.
and when COVID thing happened, that I saw the professional organizations they stop organizing events.
Mhm,
But for some time, it was, of course, necessary. But I saw that it was not going anywhere, not
mhm,
moving anything. And then I organized two events before East versus West, March 2021 and April 2021 in Istanbul, best 78 kilo category. And there was Mindaugas, there was Prokopchuk, Talgat Aktev, and some others, Bojidar, and then after organizing two of this, and then like I still saw that like nothing was moving, and then June 12th, 2021, I organized the first East versus West. Like I wanted to do something for the community. The first thing, in fact, Neil Pickup called me. Neil Pickup said, "Engin, the community is like kind of down, and
mhm,
nothing is happening. Would you come to my podcast? We do the presence of greatness. You,
mhm.
John, Devon, and Neil, all together." This is
Yeah.
what he said. And then I said, yeah, of course, if community needs, because I owe this sport a lot. And then I said, yeah, I kind of feel like it's duty, because when everything is well, Alexa, it is so easy to be part of it.
Yeah.
It is the important part is that when the hard times come, then you show your gratefulness, and then you step
Yes.
up.
Yes.
So basically, when everyone else quit it, their businesses, I started this not as a business, but just to hype the community, cheer them up. And then after the first East versus West, people were like, let's go in, continue with support you understand? And then,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I cannot really organize huge events only by people donating money. Then I said, like, how can we do this? And Devon suggested me to contact Core Sports. And then after that, we started to do the first East versus West on pay-per-view. It was February 2022. It has been 2 years, but to me, it's like 5 years, 6 years happened, just like because so busy. So that is how it went. And then more I did, more people supported me. And then I like what I did because it has been dream of mine and dream of all the top athletes and dream of the fans, which is to bring East and West, regularly on the same platform and then make a league. This is my goal. So more it was successful, more of course there has been a lot of people, they try to discourage me, but my personality is very competitive. Whenever you don't do anything, there may be a time that I would quit, but whenever there is a challenge, whenever I see some people are trying to make me quit, it just motivated me even more, so more you attack, more I'm stronger, less threats, more I'm like fine, just so this is how it happened, so then we came to this point. An athlete trusted me. I did 135, I organized 135 super matches in first 10 events, and I never signed a contract with anyone. We just trusted each other, they trusted me, and more I did the things as it should be, more their trust grew. And then whenever I realized that, people were like, okay, oh, this is working, we have been passive, we are not doing anything for arm wrestling, but looks like what Engin is working. So let's take some part of it, like they wanted to just like maybe 5-6 contracts with the athletes and 5-6 there, 5-6 there. And whenever I realized that this is gonna be divided again in the past, this guy is not gonna pull this guy is not gonna pull this guy. So we were gonna be divided. So I said, listen, we were like the reason that arm wrestling is going here, it was because of the unification that every athlete was now able to pull against each other.
Yes.
Once you divide this, and then we were gonna go back to those years again. Yeah. So what I wanted to do, I wanted to secure this unification, and I talked with the athletes, and the contract is not like a business, but it is just we are promising each other that like we will make this sport, grow up, and this is only possible by the synergy that we are all together, So since then, we made an agreement, and then we are doing well, we are doing well. And as you see now, we have the red rankings, we stopped making imaginary polls that we did 10-15 years on social media. What if this guy would pull this guy? It was only like a dream. It's like a Superman versus Spider-Man, but now it's happening, actually happening, So this is how it happened. That's the story, if I didn't forget anything else.
Engin, you're an unbelievable person, really. Unbelievable. What are you saying and stuff? I could listen for you for days. The community is, in my opinion, I trained a lot of sports, basketball, combat sports, football, soccer, everything possible, like tennis. In no community, I saw so many positivity. Really, we had like guys come from Greek. We have guys from Hungary. We have like from all over the world. From Austria, from Serbia, from Croatia. Like guys, it's so positive. Every guy who comes to our club, I'm more and more surprised how nice they are, how approachable everybody is, and on the biggest level in the world. Everybody is like.
But that's why we are being example. When you come to the East versus West with your own eyes, you saw how we are like.
Yes.
Like we are playing pool, we are joking each other. They play PlayStation, we joke, we tease each other. But when the time comes, they fight. I mean, like so tough, this is like
No sport is like
whenever the fans see this, I think that is being an example to build, the future,
yeah.
being example for others as well. It
Yes.
is possible to be in a physical combat sport and still stay, friendly to each other, warm,
Yeah.
because everything has its places, and like what is the thing that right now we are like whenever we all see like Hermes laughing, we are so happy, right? The guy is just
Yes.
like, yeah, I mean, yeah.
This sport made me also five friends, which I'm keeping very close with. So yeah,
Mhm.
it so much just positivity, you know. The last two
Yeah.
years, I'm really focusing for arm wrestling to the sport and to the community and everything, and just positive things came. So I'm
Yeah.
really happy that yeah, my cousin showed me. We actually watched East versus West 3. I think it was the first event I watched from the East versus West, and since then I'm like
Hmm.
blown away really with every event you make. So it's really great. The community is also unbelievable.
But just
Um,
remember, again, it is not about engine. It is about all together we are making. Yeah.
yes,
The fans, athletes, me, or as an organizer, people who are helping me there as well, So we love our wrestling. So every 3 months at the East versus West, we meet and we just, I don't know, celebrate, I should say. I don't know.
yes,
Like, you understand?
yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. We just meet, we just compete. Of course, that not everyone can win. Some will lose, some will win. And then but life goes on, just because you are better at arm wrestling, it doesn't mean that you are a better person or better man or something, but we just compete. So like a lot of people made friends from North America to East. Every time they see each other, they are like, "Hey, how are you?" They are like after a point, So it is possible to stay close friends and compete. Yeah.
You know, you always say it's not about Engin. Look, there's like we're like a big family, everybody, you know. But
Hmm.
in a family, there should be one, the eldest, you know, the dad, or you know. And I think you're the guy who brought everybody together. So that's what people mean, you know, when they say
I competed WAF for as I said 25 years,
yes.
and then I have been friends with everyone all over the world.
Mm,
And all these guys, Eastern athletes, like some of the guys, I have been like I have pulled the father, and then later I pulled the son, in the same team. You understand? And I also have an advantage because I used to live in the US 6 7 years. I live there, so all John, Devon, Travis, we are also friends from there too.
yeah.
So I think I am right person to be a bridge from like between North America and the East. So I think that I had that ability, like knowing everyone, and I think being respected by these people. And of course, I also respect them so much. So I think also it doesn't, it will not sound humble, but I know arm wrestling. I know people's abilities, how they arm wrestle,
Mm,
So for me to make matchups, of course, it's sometimes you make mistakes, but like to me, I know all of those guys. So
yeah.
and so I think that I was the right person, but it was not my plan. It was not my plan. It just happened, without my will, without anything. The pandemic happened. Other organizations stopped. They didn't do what they should do, and then community needed someone, and I step up, this, and then we came to this point, all together. Without the fans supporting, how can I organize?
Yeah.
If fans stop, I'm telling you, my life doesn't depend on organizing this event. You know,
I understand.
I'm an athlete, world champion multiple times. That I get salary from the government as a retired since I was
Mm,
40. Last
mm,
9 years, I have been retired. And the government pays me money until I die. But I like doing this. But once fan says that Engin, we don't support you anymore, then I would stop, But as long as they say Engin, go, I cannot stop, because if they put their hopes, I cannot really fail. You understand? Like
I
if they say
completely
like we
understand.
are supporting you, go Engin. Like I can only stop maybe if I have serious health problems. If I have serious
Mhm,
health problems,
mhm.
then possible. But even then, I need to explain to the community why I cannot continue anymore. But right now, it is going well, and then we will see.
Um, uh, I wrote the comments. One guy said it's like first it's 12 events. Imagine we are like at East versus West 250 or 269, like he said. The sport will be massive at that point for sure. So like
I mean,
it's
that's where it should go. That's why
yeah,
I said it has the capacity. But
yeah,
important is to make the whole world see arm wrestling through my eyes.
yes,
If they see through my eyes, if I can show them arm wrestling, the reason that it's getting better and better, because for me it's never enough, because arm wrestling deserves to be here.
yes,
So that is how I see it, and that's why I think that I should do more, more, more. And then more you respect your own sport,
yeah,
more the rest of the world will show the respect.
for sure.
But if you show it as a, I mean, like garbage, attitude, you understand?
Yes.
And then people will just say, for many years, people thought it was a bar sport, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that they should arm wrestle at the bar or something. If they can,
Mm,
they let them. But it,
mm,
it cannot represent what arm wrestling is.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's the most approachable sport in that way, so that's why people also connected with that. And but yeah, I want to come to a point where when you say arm wrestling and people don't know about arm wrestling, they don't say, ah, yeah, over the top. You see the movie Over the Top, but say like, yeah, I heard about it. I saw some events. I saw East versus
Mhm.
West or something, and that's beautiful. And I think this is 100% possible.
Did
We
you, did you see
saw,
that UFC fighter? His
yeah,
his tweet. Did you see that?
what?
Did you see that UFC fighter's tweet? You saw that, right?
Yeah. I saw it when you posted it. Yeah,
Yeah. So I mean that is very famous guy.
yeah,
Very famous guy. Yeah. And then he is like, suggesting people to go watch East versus West 12, Levon versus Devon match. That is what we need. That is another
yes.
step to up.
Yeah, a lot of influencers are coming, like Leonidas and Larry, and I think even more people, like not to compete, but to come as guests will also be a
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
idea, and their presence for would be for sure great. I saw that you plan to go with East versus West also to North America.
Yeah. Florida, August, we are planning to organize. But I'm planning to organize all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
So if there are people who are interested to organize, if the conditions, like whatever I'm doing here, if they can provide it there, I'm willing to do that worldwide, like
Sweet.
that. So that's how it should be. It cannot be limited to one city in the world,
Mm.
if we are gonna make it famous all over the world.
You do it like more because of the American people, because the flight and everything, or you just wanted to make it all around the world?
Say again? Well,
You made it, you want to make it in the US because of it's like not fair because US people are flying the whole time to
I mean,
Europe, or
yeah, that is also reason, but just remember, like US is the how to say, center of the entertainment world,
yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So also, I mean, also we need to realize that, yeah, when you say East versus West, you are organizing all the time. I kind of like don't see, in fact, Istanbul as the East either, I see Istanbul as the center. Like
Yes.
Istanbul is right there, and then you go this way is Asia, you go up is Europe, you go down is Africa. It's just right in the, and if you know or not, but half of Istanbul is in Europe, and
Yes,
the
of
half
course.
of Istanbul is in Asia.
Yeah.
Istanbul is right at the center. So, but of course, There are some people like Kazakhs flying here like 5 hours, but Americans are flying 9 hours, 10 hours, you know. So it is also more fair and more fair for the athletes and also more fair for the fans from North America. Yeah, yeah. But also remember, if you want to make like if East versus West is one of the leading organization
Yes.
in the world, and then if our goal is to make arm wrestling more famous, becoming more famous, so you really need to think global. You know that is, yeah, that's how we should. If you realize that we have so many qualification events all over the world, you know, right now, if I forget any of them, I'm sorry, but like we have like 16, 18 or something, you know, in North America, and also Gabriela organized, as far as I know, in South America, and then we have, if I forget, I apologize, but we have in
Czech Republic in 2 weeks.
Luxembourg, Italy, Switzerland, Czech Republic, Slovakia, and now will be Hungary. I think this year Romania will do as well. You know, if I forgot, Latvia. So what I'm just saying now, Australia. So I mean, just that is great. You know, we are being
Of
just
course.
a global family. You know.
Social media is really, really important, and I think it's going the right way with people that are having a lot of following. You yourself also now, Devon and Levan being on the top now.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's just getting better. And um after your injury you had before the East versus West End, you prepared. Did you heal completely up, and
Yeah,
do you
yeah,
have
yeah.
plans to compete in the future, or
Yeah, yeah.
too much going on?
I had hair transplant. Somebody offered me, let's do it. Like it will be free. We will do a great job. And I said, okay, let's do it. You know, normally I wouldn't really look, I mean, for such thing, but
Mm.
and they told me to not to train 1 month, so I
Mhm.
stopped another month. So last 4 months probably I train only 1 month, and
Mhm.
now I just started again. And yeah, I'm planning, but the only problem is that it is very, very hard. We have a saying in Turkish that, like, I mean, you cannot carry two watermelon under one arm. You
I
understand?
know what you mean. Yeah.
So we have, like, I have arm wrestling and East versus West. It is very hard to carry both of them at the world level. I mean, you can arm wrestle, you can organize event, but this level, because I'm not gonna compete in a level which is not targeting the top, you
Of
know.
course.
So it is kind of hard to do that both of them at the same time, you know. But we will see.
Um, do you plan also doing like, because East versus West is like on the top, just top pullers. You plan also doing like smaller events with for like not the top guys, like qualifying events, but really event East versus West event, because there are qualifiers on the tournaments in other countries, like you said. But you plan also doing like super match style of pulling in the like lower uh skill level, let's say, or you just plan on keeping it like this and
I mean,
doing.
right now, I try to not to interrupt other tournaments,
Mhm.
so I only um, add the qualification of
Mhm.
East versus West. But this is their event. Those events that I said East versus West qualification, none of them, in fact, only for East versus West. There are tournaments, and
Mhm.
then we they asked me if we can make it qualification. I said yes, of course, you know. And but other than that, like for example, in right now Florida,
Mhm.
uh, Chance Show will be organizing like how UFC has like a main events,
Mhm.
and then there are like fight nights, you know.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
wanted to
yeah,
ask. Yeah.
yeah. So East versus West in North America, Chance Show will be organizing, not at our level, but they will be doing super matches, and those super matches
Just North
will be,
Americans or also all around the world
I mean,
athletes?
North Americans, but some of the Europeans, but
Okay,
not really
the highest
top
level,
rank
like, yeah,
level, you
I
know. But
understand.
yeah, yeah.
That's great. That's great to hear that these options are also open. So Yeah, maybe in the future, because we really are in contact with a ton of clubs and a ton of people which are also on the top level.
Mhm.
Like, so yeah, it's interesting to hear that you also have interest in that. Um, so the the thing is, I wanted to touch also a little bit about arm wrestling techniques with you and stuff for the people, and you being the master of top roll and doing all the workouts I think that ever existed for like top rolling and pronation and stuff. What would you say are the essential exercises for like being a better top roller? Because I asked Matt Mask, I asked Auden, I asked, Reno and stuff, and everybody has like their own opinion. What
Mhm,
would you
mhm,
say?
mhm. I mean, for top roll, it is a little bit different, like pulling outside against another outside puller,
Yeah.
pulling outside against a hook puller, like all different. That's why I have different type of pronation trainings. Some of them for hook pullers against hook pullers, some of them against side press guys, and some of them against the top rollers. But for sure, like a good pronator, like is very important. But your pronator will be as effective as your hand and wrist strength. Like if you have weak hand, like if you cannot really control something, you
Mm.
cannot use your pronator. If your hand is just getting like this, I mean, you cannot really use your pronator at your max.
But you see,
So
Devon is not really like he's pronating like this, and you also
no,
do
he,
like
he still
a
has. I can show you the
supplementary.
photos. He whenever he
Yeah,
pulls, he's still holding on here.
yeah, of course.
Holding on, and more control here, more he is effective. Less he has control here, he is less effective.
Mm.
Like whenever he pull against Hermes and Dennis, he had more control with the hand and wrist. So he stayed. So whenever
Mm.
he pulled against Georgi, he lost some. So that is why he had to wait until
Yes.
Georgi was gassed out. But if he could just get Georgi like this, that same pronator would be twice effective. He would just look at
Mm.
his wrist and beat. But so that is why more the hand is dominant, more the pronator is effective. So hand and wrist is something that is making whatever behind it more effective if it is strong. Just think about this. Like if your hand and wrist is not that strong, just think about you are doing a dumbbell row. You are doing a dumbbell row, and just say,
Your wrist is
um,
dropping.
I mean, just say like you're holding. This is the dumbbell. You're doing a
Mm.
row. I
Mm.
mean, if you just think that like you hold this way, and
Yeah.
then if there is some weakness now,
Mm.
because now pressure is coming more to this side, you don't have balance,
Mm.
even though your lat would lift that weight, because your hand fails. Now you cannot lift that weight
Mm.
because
Mm.
you don't have the control over. So in arm wrestling,
I see.
the pressure doesn't come always like this, but sometimes it comes here, sometimes it comes here, sometimes it comes here. So what I'm just saying, stronger the hand grip, more effective what is behind, which is brachioradialis, which is pronator, bicep, lat, whatever.
I saw you doing this pronation like with the board, like
Yeah,
wooden
yeah,
board, and doing it like
yeah,
this and focusing like
yeah.
more on the hand. And I really started doing this, and also with the dumbbell, this the classic, pronation when you hold the dumbbell and weight is on one side and you just pronate like this to really hand pronation get like stronger. And I
Mhm.
feel that that helped me a lot. And the rising aspect, what do you think? Because I tell you from my experience, I when I done rising like Devon does it, and I squeeze too much, like or hold rising when I do it, like squeeze, I don't feel it translate too much. So I started doing rising with like this finger a little bit like don't like squeezing, just like a little bit more open, and I
Mhm.
The weight is like completely heavier.
You're talking about the belt here?
Yes.
Whenever I use a belt here or something, for the riser,
Okay.
I don't even squeeze my fingers. I
Okay.
let them free, and then I just do this way. I don't do that. Only time that I do use my fingers is if there is a weight I'm holding. Just say that you
Understand.
have a dumbbell, one side you have the weight, other side no. So
Yes.
it is putting pressure. So then you need to hold it. But if it is belt or something, I don't close my fingers like this.
I see.
Yeah, because in when you are arm wrestling, you cannot really hold anything like this. That is, I mean, it has to be like this.
Yeah. But I saw it because I really like had like very good rising, but like this. And then I like started doing it with open hand, like this finger like this, like 5-10 kilo difference, really. But this is translating. This is not translating. I will never arm wrestle like this. So
Yeah,
I talked
you
with
you will
Ray
you
about
will you will
knowledge.
never have an opponent that you can squeeze like
Yes,
this. Yeah.
yes. Ray also taught us a lot when he was here. We talked with him a lot also about also inside, but also top roll because most of our guys are top rollers. But yeah, we looked at to take all the information we can and like implement it into our style. So it's great to
Yeah,
hear
just
that from
just
you.
remember that like I have been pulling for 32, 33 years, and whatever you experience is not possible to express, you understand, in last 32, 33 years. And then it is not possible to just talk and then, wow, now I have all the information. It is not, and it is not even possible us to express everything we know with the words. Some things you feel, some things you understand, but hard to like I can feel something when I'm arm wrestling with you. If you tell me now, write down what you felt, I would write you 2 pages. But
Yes.
in fact, you need to be very quick, and so it is something that comes with the experience.
I saw also that sometimes, and a lot of guys from our club, like we are not weak, we just don't understand something, and then it clicks someday, and then we're like improving much more, and then it's like. And I talked with Odin yesterday also, and he also told me that he also had like these moments where he realizes how to do stuff, and then it clicks, and then it like improves much more. So I also talked with him about the singles and stuff. I like to implement singles, not just in the angles that Devon does it, because people like want to replicate Devon and beat his weights. And like you saw the videos, everybody's doing pronation lifts these days. But yeah, this is also keeping the community like compete with each other somehow. So it's
Yeah,
great to have
about the
some.
differences about the trainings, understanding of the trainings.
Come again?
No, I mean you're talking about the differences that people see is the way of training, or
Yeah, I talked with everybody, and Reynolds, for example, of course, told me that the hand is important, but he does it everything from the hammer. His back pressure is the most important thing, in his
yeah,
opinion.
but we don't know him as a great top roller. We know Reno as a good deadlift presser. So I think that
Yes,
people should show what they know with their action.
yes.
Like, do you see Reno as like a great top roller, master of the sport or something? No, I mean he's very good, of course, but he is not the master of the top roll or outside pulling or something. He's not like he's pulling this way, but just why did he not try against Bacho?
Yeah.
No, I mean I'm just saying that like if you ask me, I have won, I have pulled WAF finals with the dead wrist, side pressure, hook. I won WAF finals in hook with side pressure, with top roll. I'm talking about WAF finals. WAF, especially under 100 kilo, is the toughest event in the world. It has been like this for last 30 years. So, but if you ask me about the hook, I even won hook WAF final in 2015 when I was 41 years old. But I am not like, there are if Rustem Babayev is talking about hook, I would listen to him. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is what I try to say, that like I would judge people by their, I don't know, results, what they do. You understand? Like you can see a hook puller, and then once he started to preach about top roll, then I was like, okay, but like, yeah, how about you do that yourself? You understand? And not once or something, like, you understand? So if you are gonna mention people, then I would ask to people who are like really there, at that move. I would ask Cobra top roll. I would ask John anything, inside, outside, side, whatever. You can ask John. You ask Devon top roll, outside pulling, You can ask some other Grace. Ask Rustam Babayev about hook. Ask Hajimrat Zolev about hook. Ask Alican what he is doing. So I understand, but just of course everyone can have opinion, but their opinion will weigh as heavy as what they have done with the advice that they are giving, not in the gym, but on the competition.
I see. Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask you about the top roll. What do you think? And we want for sure we will for sure implement more stuff, and yeah, I got some answers that we were looking for.
I remember it was 2000. What was it? 2000. I don't remember exactly the year. Devon pull against Taras.
Okay.
And in Dubai, and he won 2 rounds, but he lost 4 rounds. So he lost to Taras Ivakin 4-2.
Yeah.
He was pulling like this. You understand? He was giving his pronator. So I sent him a message. I said, "Listen, Devon, you are like so much giving up on your pronator. He was like, whatever, And then later he came back and he asked me, okay, tell me about pronator. What is it? And then how to train. And then I started to share by private messages, and I still have the emails. I sent him how to train pronator, how to use it effectively. He personally told me that, if you didn't share the information that what you did for me in the past, like I couldn't have built my pulling style today he's using, yeah.
His pulling changed really a lot. You never see him like this anymore. Never.
Yeah.
So
that is, I believe, why he brought also his son out into here to train together, But of course, just because, I mean, I don't believe in like one person saying that I know everything.
Of course.
That is what I say. I do what I do very well. You understand? But there are Kazakhs. They have their own style. You look at Yanis Amorians. He has his own, Look at Bulgarians like Krasimir and other guys, Svetan Gashevsky. You have the Russian style. You have the Georgians,
style, yeah.
Yeah, you have Devon. You have, like, what I'm just trying to say, that nobody can claim that, I know everything at this level. You understand? So I know what they do. I know how to fight them because of my own experience.
Yes.
But I cannot tell you how to do what Talgat Akdev does better than what Talgat Akdev can tell you. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah. So he is best at what he is doing. But I know what he is doing. I can also tell you, but not as good as he can tell you.
Yeah. I see. I understand what you're saying. From their perspective is always other than from your perspective. Like from your perspective, from top roll, everybody knows what you're doing. Explain it.
I can tell you how to do flop press. I can tell you how to do hook, how to side pressure, but my specialism is with more of side and outside. Once you go in or shoulder pressure this way, I can tell you, I can even do it, but not as good as those guys who became legends by applying that technique. You understand? If I would always go with the flop wrist and the hook, I couldn't have the career I have. So what made me who I am is what I do. And what made Krasimir Kostadinov a legend, what he does. What made Yanis a legend, what Yanis does. You understand? So this is what I try to say. So whenever you compare the guys, their perspective of training, just look at them, you know. You will know them by their fruit, you know, as same as in the tree, you know. You know the tree by their fruit. Just look at them, what they have done with their suggestion. If they have done great things, it means that he's doing something good, you know. But still, there are a lot of people that have extraordinary abilities. They are like built different, you know. Like Devon is for sure. John is for sure.
Yes.
Levan is for sure. So harder part is to have success and a permanent success while your genetics and things are not that good. That is the harder part, you know.
Yes.
Because when you are really that great genetically, it makes your job a little bit easier.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just one more thing, and then we'll go off the topic, talk a little bit about the next event. And that's it. That is side pressure. Do you train side pressure, or you just do it with table time and get strength in it like that?
I don't train side pressure. Like I don't really have that side pressure.
Top rope stuff.
I
Like
don't think that it is super good idea. Not like training is good, but to push the limits with the side pressure, I don't think it is. It is. I look like I'm applying side pressure, but I don't really do with super heavy weights. But if I want to do it, I would just usually tell my students to hold me with two hands, and then I apply pressure that way. Yeah. But listen, the key with the side pressure is not how much you press sideways. The key is to keep your angles to apply the side pressure. If you want to go sideways, but just imagine your wrist is failing. If you want to go sideways, but your pronation is turning that way, you understand? So important is to have better angles than your opponent have. And then when you are applying the pressure, your angles are still solid, while the opponent goes and he's losing the angles. So important is to have, whenever at the beginning of our conversation, you ask me like, what are the must trainings, you know? So for me, the must training is to have the beginning position of the match angles. Because if you realize whoever is solid at the beginning position of the match is the one that is effectively entering the match, dictating the match in the way he wants. Because if you are already failing at the beginning position, no matter who cares, you know, if your hook is good. I mean, you won't be getting there if you are not, if you are already moving like this at the beginning position. So starting position of the match, that angle is, to me, the most important part. The rest you can train within the match or training.
Thank you for the lesson. Biggest event coming up, East versus West 12.
Yeah.
With the biggest main event of all times.
Yeah.
I don't want to ask you who's gonna win. We saw
as an organizer.
Yeah.
You wouldn't look good. But I can tell you not who is gonna win, but I can tell you on the paper, Levan looks favorite, but anyone who is underestimating Devon is mistaken. Like Devon is not someone to be underestimated. I'm not saying Devon is gonna win that match or he's gonna lose or something, but do not underestimate someone like Devon. It is because it will be enough or not. It's different conversation. But this guy knows what to do, and he has the intelligence, experience, knowledge to reach what it takes to beat Levan.
For sure.
He can be enough or not. That is his physical limits. But he has all the tools. He has the intelligence, knowledge, experience, everything. He has it. But if we cannot beat Levan, it means that like we all have limits. I cannot just, I don't know. So what I'm just trying to say that he has the wisdom. So that is very important, because if you make wrong calculation, you have no chance at all. But he has that, so that the guy has here. But on the paper, I can say Levan looks favorite. I don't want to upset Devon, but 55 to 45, 60 to 40 on the paper, that's how it looks. But you say that Devon doesn't have the same thing they said about the Hermes versus Devon match. I told them, they said, oh, you are trying to sell pay-per-view. I'm not trying to sell pay-per-view. That you are saying Hermes' bicep size. You are saying how much Hermes lives. That is not arm wrestling. You just hold the hand, referee says ready, you both tight, and the one survives the wrist, the other one goes. This has nothing to do. Who cares if this is 65 something, if the wrist is moving,
Yes.
So it is hard to even share, because John told me I'm the most knowledgeable guy in arm wrestling. John Brzink told me this. But it is sometimes, I don't have such claim, but someone just go behind the keyboard and then preach you. Can preach you and say, you don't know anything about arm wrestling, and you don't know nothing, so it is sometimes hard, because then they will be writing things like that. I'm like, okay, whatever, but what I just try to say again, Levan is the favorite. But if you say Devon doesn't have any chance, then you are mistaken. If he stops him somewhere, it is your wrist like this, Levan is winning. This just 2 centimeters back, the match is gonna stop. And if the match stops, it will be hard to beat him. So Levan can win, but Levan should not make any mistake.
Two scenarios that can happen, and I want to ask you about both. Devon wins. Does Levan get an immediate rematch, or you want to put Vitaly in the mix?
It is totally up to them. It's totally up to them. Just remember, it is not like, these are not kids that you tell them,
Of course,
you're gonna do this, now you do this or something. They would just sit down. It depends on many factors how the match went. Just imagine if Devon, it is not big possibility. Sorry, Devon. Sorry if you are watching. Sorry, but it's not big possibility Devon to just go and destroy Levan. But in such case, what would change in 3 months? You understand? But if you see like very close match, just say that Levan won first 2-3 rounds, and then Devon came back, won. So it means that soon the things can change. Also, it is totally up to them if they want to pull again. But if they are 1-1, sooner or late, that match needs to happen again.
Vitaly pulling with Jerry. After that, you planning on putting him in the mix with the top 3 guys to get him a title shot, because he's looking great.
He already had that match with the top guys, which is Hermes, and he lost.
But
it is hard to lose against Hermes and get a title shot.
Of course.
So you need to. Jerry is 1 rank behind Hermes, anyways. Jerry, people talks about Jerry. Oh, how is he ranked there? How is he ranked there? I mean, the guy beat Georgi Svetko.
Yes.
And the guy beat Gennady Kvitvinia.
Yes.
Yeah, Georgi Svetko, except the Gennady match at the East versus West, gave the hardest match. It wasn't at the East versus West, but now it's East versus West rankings. King of table matches. Devon himself said that he couldn't dominate him. Every round. So Jerry beat this guy, and Jerry beat Gennady Kvitvinia, who beat Devon. So it is like, I don't understand why people talk shit about Jerry. Yes, Hermes beat him. Hermes pulled smart. Hermes. I mean, he had to pull smart. But now Vitaly is pulling someone who is ranked 1 step below Hermes.
Yeah. Tough match for Vitaly with
I mean, like people think that it is easy match.
No.
Just Lalet, listen, if it is not easy match, it is very hard Laletin to win that. If it is not, so Laletin has to make it easy. Once it is not easy, if it goes trap, and if Vitaly in this position, and then Jerry put his shoulder, that match is gonna be very hard for Laletin,
Yes.
because I don't remember Laletin pulling someone like Jerry before.
Yeah.
He had a match with Alexander Getalo in 2015 WAF final. It was 10-minute match, 10 minutes, and but Vitaly was just only Vitaly Alexander Getalo was only defending. Jerry is a different animal, you know. Jerry is different. So I don't think that Gennady Laletin. I don't think that anyone on this earth in the super heavyweight experienced something like Jerry. People doesn't like his style, and that is probably why he receives so much negativity. But they,
we love Jerry. We would love to see him back.
He's coming. In July. Yeah, that's the beauty of arm wrestling. Just we need to respect people. Just remember, if I tell you who is the best top roller in the history, if I tell to 100 people, do you believe that there will be 100 same answer?
No, for sure not.
Do you think that if I say who is the best hook puller in the history, do you think there will be 100 same answer?
Yeah, there will always be debate.
There will not be. But if you ask who is the bad dead wrist pressure guy in the history, maybe not 100, but 97, 98, you will hear Jerry Calderas. Yeah. So what I'm just saying, that is the beauty of arm wrestling, to have such a different one, you know.
Yeah, he's special. He's special. He's special, and the match will be great for sure. Looking forward to it. Georgie and Alex, you had them yesterday, I think.
Yeah.
Two very, very humble and funny guys in the first place, but
I was expecting them to be a little bit more more, how to say, like giving a hard time to each other, but they were like, you know, oh, the better one will win and this and that, you know. I was expecting some kind of I was hoping, as an organizer, as normal, that, you know, some trash talk. We didn't have much, but I'm thinking that the winner of this match, they both accepted if Michael remains undefeated, and then maybe in North America event against Michael. If Michael, you may say that why Michael, why not Frank? If Frank wins, because Frank is 115 kilo guy, and these guys are super heavyweights. But Michael can be 115, and he can also be 270 pounds. You understand? Not the 115 that pulling against Frank. That Michael, I don't think can be problematic for these super heavyweights. But Michael, who is 270, 280 pounds, can be problematic. Yeah,
for sure. That's what I wanted to ask you next. Michael coming back, looking very good in his practice videos. His match he had with Pablo also, he looking better, healthier. Very, very interesting match with Lamparelli.
Frank.
And I think it's because of the many options, because Lamparelli, you don't see him often like pull inside. To finish him will be a problem for sure.
Yeah.
So
and that is the classic problem when you pull Michael.
Yeah.
You may take his hand, you may have advantage, but to finish him is
very difficult.
I pulled Michael 24 years ago. I beat him with left arm, right arm. We had war, but I was only 68 kilo. And
you competed
first starts, I beat him. They gave him a foul, and then he tried to hook me. And the second start, he didn't go there. He directly, boom, you know. And then we had a long match, like probably more than 1 minute, you know, very long match. And he won on fouls. And then in the final, I think it was again like long match, and then he won this time with the dead wrist pressure. But he was much heavier than me, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Michael is great. I would love to see him come back and do good. He also showed interest, talked about a little bit about potential match with Georgie in the future. So
Yeah,
that's great. Yeah,
Georgie or Alex, the
Alex.
winner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Alex will
I
be a
mean,
tougher match for
I
him for
think that
sure.
it's gonna be the best Western team in
Mm,
Florida,
mm,
Orlando. I'm hoping to make a dream team, so that let the East suffer this time to travel all the way there, and
yeah,
then yeah. Not that I have anything against, but
yeah. I
I'm
know
trying to
it.
make balance. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. These are all our brothers in arm wrestling, so it doesn't matter if they are from East or West. Yeah.
Match announced a couple of days ago. Irakli and Sasho. Interesting match.
Very interesting match. Yeah,
Very interesting match.
yeah.
But I think, my opinion, that Irakli will be maybe too strong, and like there will be an ugly position for Sasha for sure. I don't see Sasha controlling the center, and I see Sasha pulling from an ugly position. If he
Yeah,
can
but
gas
I
out,
never saw Sasha like this.
but like you know what I mean, this ugly
Yeah, yeah,
position.
like this. Yeah, that's possible. But
Yeah.
this, I don't
Mm,
know.
mm,
Maybe it will be. I don't know because, but I don't
mm,
remember.
mm, mm.
Yeah,
Interesting matches. And yeah, Arsen Liliev coming back. Interesting.
yeah.
Super,
Yeah,
super, super, super
the guy
interesting.
is just listen. I'm responsible of like involving them.
Yeah,
The rest is up to them. Like, we will see. But just
yeah,
can you imagine that? Like, it bothers me. Like the guy is like 30, what, 87, 37 years old. This year
yeah,
will be 37.
yeah,
And then the guy and arm wrestling is at its best time, but this guy is missing. It's not
yeah.
because he's 60 years old or something or 50 or something. The guy is only like 37. This year will be 37. I don't know which month he is born, but so I mean the guy did in 8 years more than 99.9% of the arm wrestler did there in 30 years career.
Yeah.
In that 8 years, I mean you would think it's 8 years, like, but it's just like it feels like 20 years. He
Mm,
has wins against Dennis, Pushkar, Travis, John, Tata Chinks, just like Richard
right.
Lapkus. Yeah, I mean he did incredible job. So I know some people just, I don't know, dislike him or something. But um I don't know. To me, he's like, just imagine if Devon is not making 105, and then that category is already shaped. But just
Mm.
imagine that if Arsen comes, and the things will be
Comes in the
a little
mix.
bit,
Yeah,
yeah, mixed up. Yeah, even with Devon, I would like to see them if it is a lighter weight category.
for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. And yeah, the last match I want to talk about a little bit is Leonidas giving me the chance to compete in the biggest stage of the world with Schoolboy. How do you
Mhm.
see how do you see them matching together? You think
I kind
Leonidas
of
can
think that
overpower him?
cool.
Leonidas.
I don't expect that because
Mm.
I don't think so. Like I mean to dominate him. You mean, if you mean that
No, 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 to overpower him, like hold him, and stuff. Because for sure,
I mean that
Schoolboy is more technical, but
so I'm just hoping that you will say why you are hoping,
mm,
because I'm hoping the Leonidas to be stronger one, but I'm not saying I'm hoping him to win,
mm,
because Schoolboy is better arm wrestler.
for sure,
In technically, he's better arm wrestler.
yeah,
So the only way, listen, as an organizer, I am only sporting tough matches. You
yeah,
understand?
I
Yeah,
understand.
I don't want anyone to dominate other one. So what I just say, so this had to be a tough match. Like if Schoolboy is the stronger one, then he will dominate because he's also technical, more technical. No disrespect to Leonidas. Like
No, for
Leonidas is
sure,
also improving as like in technical aspect, but
yeah,
Schoolboy has been pulling since he was kid.
yeah,
So this guy is better arm master, and if he's also stronger, then we will see an easy match. But what I saw, Leonidas versus Larry Wheels, I think, and Leonidas have come many times to Istanbul to watch East versus West,
Yes.
and he did a lot of practice video matches and people
After post,
video
yeah.
film. Yeah, so the guy is getting stronger. I
Yes.
saw him beating some of the really pro athletes. So my opinion, Leonidas is probably stronger than Schoolboy, but Schoolboy is a better arm wrestler. So I'm hoping to see something very balanced, but who knows, you know.
That's what I'm hoping for also. The thing I wanted to ask you if you can organize a table tennis table. Michael was talking big.
What's that?
I challenged Michael to a table tennis match.
Oh, table tennis match. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think that we would like to do that before the event.
No,
It is not like
after the event for sure.
after the event, everyone is just going home, you know. It's just like 1 a.m. it's finishing, and when we realize what's going on, it's already morning, you know.
You're right.
But before the event, PlayStation is fine, pool is fine,
Not
but
too much movement.
table tennis is just no. I cannot do that. Yeah. But just if you know anyone who is good at the PlayStation, just bring it. So nobody can beat Devon. So far, nobody
I
beat him.
challenged him last time with no expectations. And in this game, I don't think I can beat him, but maybe I can bring some other games where he is like new, like me last time. So maybe we can do a little
I
bit
think
more
he only
competitive.
plays the fighting
Just
game,
Street
yeah.
Fighter, yeah.
Because I think we played football with him. I think he's not that good about the FIFA or something, you know, but the other things, yeah.
No, FIFA,
Anyways, my
FIFA.
friend, in 10 minutes, the fasting
Yeah.
will finish. So I need to go in
Yeah.
and eat and drink because I have been fasting since the sunrise. It has been about almost 14 hours, you know, or 13 hours, 13 and a half hour. Yeah. So let me go eat and thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for your
And
time, Engin.
yeah,
Was
yeah,
really great. Was
yeah,
really great listening to you. I could listen for you, like I said, for hours.
yeah,
Great learning something, and then yeah, hearing about the event. And I will see you for sure in Istanbul. I'm coming.
yeah,
I will see how many of our guys will come and how many
yeah,
days we can get free. But yeah, I will come for sure. Auden is
yeah,
coming. I want to pull Auden a little bit to see.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
for sure, yeah. We're
yeah,
excited about that.
yeah.
So thank you again for your time, my friend,
You're
and
welcome, Alexa.
see you.
Take care of yourself and